Tonight on the Rychnovsky Recap, a former Findlay Trojan and Super Bowl champion is back in the playoffs. A former St. John's standout is making his way to the pros. Is the Rich Rodriguez era over at Michigan? And an incredible hockey tournament for a very special young athlete. Grab the ball and give us a shot. We're rarely off target. It's the Rychnovsky Recap, and it starts right now. Good evening, Happy New Year, and welcome to the Rychnovsky Recap Vintage 2011. I love it when former players come back to Northwest Ohio and sit down with me and visit with me. And you get to catch up with some of the athletes we followed on the high school football fields. After a stellar career at St. John's, Marcus Waugh spent his you're a Titan, aren't you? Spent his college days at the University of Cincinnati, where he went to 2 BCS Bowls. His teams won the Big East and finished highly ranked in the country. Waugh graduated last spring, and now he's on to bigger and better things. But first, he comes to this studio and sits down with Rychnovsky on the recap. Familiar face returning to Northwest Ohio, Marcus Waugh. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's good to be back.
Yeah, let's talk about your career at Cincinnati first and foremost, because you played in 2 BCS bowl games. You were a linebacker. You played under Coach Kelly, who's now at Notre Dame. What was that like?
Coach Kelly was a great coach, and before him, D'Antonio, who recruited me. Coach Kelly, a real passionate coach. It was really fun to especially go to the 2 big, BCS games and win 2 Big East championships. It was really fun to play for him.
When you look at the trouble he's had at Notre Dame and you kind of follow his career, what do you think about that with all the stuff going on over there?
It's a brand new team. You're still getting used to the guys that you have. You can't expect the coach to come in for the very first year and be successful right away. He's going to a bowl game this year, which is great for him, and he'll get a chance to reevaluate his players and get a chance to really bring in some his own recruits and really, I think, he'll flourish at Notre Dame. You started your career in Arizona, then moved in here and played a couple of years of high school football at St. John's. What was that like? What do you take away from your experience over at St. John's? St. John's was a great school, man. I have memories there that will last me a lifetime. And Coach Doug Pearson was a great head coach for me, and guys like Coach Harder and Coach Gardner Howard. Great guys that really helped me mature as a football player and get myself ready for the college level.
What's it like being out there on the field? You played big-time college football. What's it like being out there?
No, it's fun. If you have a passion for the game, it ends up being a job because you're in there. It's school, football. So you really don't have any free time. So you got to have a love for the game to actually want to do it. And to play against some of the top teams in the country, playing against Florida in the Sugar Bowl and playing against Virginia Tech in the Orange Bowl. And then the Big East Conference alone is awesome. They had a little low year this year, but they're still a great conference. And being able to play against the highest level of opponents is an eye-opening experience, and it's also something that gives you more passion for the game.
And the neatest thing is you got your degree. Tell everybody what you got your degree in.
I got my degree in criminal justice, and just after football, just look to do something in that.
But football's not over for you, Marcus. You're going to be playing arena ball for the Chicago Rush. Coming up in about a month, you leave. That's going to be a neat dream, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a great time to be able to play a sport you love and get paid for it too. The Chicago Rush has a great football team. And I'm excited to get over there and to have some fun.
How did that happen? How did you get recruited by them?
Well, I went out to the San Francisco 49ers for a week of mini camp, and then they ended up not needing me. And I also did a tryout with the Detroit Lions, and they ended up not needing me at the time as well. And during that time, I ended up getting a contract offer from the Chicago Rush after my agent sent some film over to them, and they liked what they saw, and they wanted to sign me.
How exciting is that going to be playing indoors? The field's a little bit smaller, a little bit you're closer together. You like to hit and pop, but you're going to get to play running back or fullback as well, kind of the dual threat that you were in high school.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. It's like hockey on turf. And it's a lot smaller field, and it's a lot more contact. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to love it.
Now, your aspirations are still to play in the NFL. Talk to us about that and how that's progressed. You went to the 49ers. You were there for a week. You were well-liked out there, and then you had a tryout with the Lions as well. I guess playing indoor football this spring is really going to propel you and give you a better chance to go to camp next year with the NFL teams.
Yeah, the ultimate goal is always to be in the NFL, and the coach of the Chicago Rush actually told me that, we don't want to keep you. We want to give you film so you can take it to the NFL teams. And that's really what it is. I need more film. I need to mature a little bit as a player, and that's what it's going to help me do.
Well, Marcus, we wish you a Happy New Year. Best of luck with the Chicago. You know anybody over at Chicago? You know any of your teammates?
Yeah, I'm playing with actually safety, Aaron Webster. He was, and then also a guy that I trained with out in Pennsylvania, Mike Turkovich from Notre Dame. He's going to be out there with me as well. Well,
best of luck with the Chicago Rush. We'll follow your career through the indoor, and we're keeping our fingers crossed. You're going to be in the NFL someday. I just know it.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, he called me sir. I'm liking that. We'll head to the locker room, but not for long. When we come back, it's a hockey challenge for a very special cause. Stay with us. Yesterday, nearly 4,000 people spent the day at the Huntington Center for a high school hockey extravaganza. 6 great teams and 3 exciting games with $5 from each ticket going to help Kyle Cannon, who was paralyzed 2 years ago in a tragic hockey accident. It's a great benefit and even better box challenge.
He didn't get up, and his dad went out on the ice first, and then not 2 minutes later, I went out on the ice and waited in silence, and it was tragic.
It's a tragedy that would change the lives of Northwest Ohio hockey players, fans, and families forever. Former Clay standout Kyle Cannon injured in a game 2 years ago and paralyzed.
It was really tough for Kyle. He was very quiet for a while, and it was tough for us too, knowing that every time we go out there we have to live with it and hope that it's not our last shift when we go out there. It's a great feeling, though, that we get to come out here and help Kyle.
And that's exactly what they are doing. It's a high school hockey benefit like no other. 6 teams, 3 great games at an unbelievable venue, the Huntington Center.
I was excited, especially since we were the first team that got to do this last year, and especially since we broke the record for attendance.
Bruce Johnson is the tournament organizer.
This is the second year of this event. Last year we had over 4,000 people in attendance, which was the largest attended high school game in the state of Ohio. And really, as everyone knows, Kyle's had a lot of challenges through the last couple of years, and we just want to let him know he's not forgotten.
So as Anthony Wayne prepares for Saturday's matchup against Kyle's Clay Eagles.
It is very inspirational, actually. It's hard knowing that what he went through, and still his teammates that he played with are still playing hockey after seeing that incident.
It's a lot of fun. We'll have 6 teams instead of 2 this year, so we'll get more money, hopefully, and it's for a good cause.
Since it's for Kyle, you better believe it. I'm all in. I'm trying to get the hang of this a little bit. I like it. This isn't bad at all. I'm getting the hang of it. Now, if I could only score a goal.
It's a great feeling. The whole Northwest Ohio community, the hockey community has been great for Kyle, and we need everybody's support, and hopefully God will come through and let Kyle live his life fully.
All righty, we leave the ice, but just for a moment. Up next, Holiday Hoops, and the shots are falling. We'll be back. I've got this football from Howie. He said, don't ruin it. I must guard it with my life. Stay with us.
Joe. Come on.
I'm an idiot. Stay with us. We'll be back. Hockey and basketball take center stage tonight. I've got to find myself a basketball in what was a busy holiday week. And upon further review... The week started with Holiday Hoops at the Huntington Center. A good matchup. That's Whitmer taking on Bowling Green. That's Nigel Hayes knocking down the jumper. The Bobcats are hanging tough, though. Xavier Brown with the left hand, the basket, and one. But Luke Hickey and the Whitmer Panthers knocking down the outside shots. That's good for 3. Whitmer a winner, 60-56. On the women's side, Coach Bob Brown not only has one of the best teams in Northwest Ohio, but one of the top clubs in the state. The Star Lady Spartans hooking up with Marion Harding and Asia Bishop, using her size down low. She cleans up the miss. Later, Bishop out on the break. She had 23 points, 67-34 start, an easy winner. On Tuesday, high school hoops at St. Francis. Nice taking on the Findlay Trojans. Nice trail in this one with Jameson Sheely looking for double digits over the 6'10" C.J. Geddes. That would not happen too often. Moments later, Geddes for the block. St. Francis without that type of presence in the lane. Grant Birchmeyer takes advantage. And then watch Geddes tip it to himself again and again. Boy, that's what 6'10" will do for you. He led everybody with 18. Trojans win it 47-29. Oh, Wednesday Walleye back in town hosting Kalamazoo. It's ugly sweater night. The fans are into it. That's not a bad-looking sweater, though. I like it. I like it. I don't like this. First period, Walleye trail 2-1, make it 3-1. Justin Taylor puts it home. Kalamazoo scored 4 first-period goals. Still in the first, Walleye try to answer. The puck is loose in front of the net, and Zach Torquato bangs home the rebound, and it's 3-2. Check out the fan behind the bench. He is digging it. That boy has all the right moves. Wings look good, though. Got a few breaks as well. This deflected into the net off a Walleye stick. Justin Taylor gets credit for the goal. Kalamazoo wins it 7-4 the final. And on Saturday, high school hockey at the Huntington Center, raising a lot of money for Kyle Cannon and the entire hockey community. Kyle looks great, doesn't he? Good matchup. Northview taking on St. Francis. It's Vin Tork in front for the Knights. But here come the Wildcats. Xavier Sudlow shoots and scores. And later on the breakaway, Tyler DeWitt, Northview wins a tight one, 5-4, your final. And that's upon further review. All right, time to take our final pit stop, but don't stray far. We head to BGSU for a record from behind the line. That's next. Finally tonight, it's one thing to be the best free throw shooter in the country. It's another to be the best ever. Before Bowling Green's game against Butler, Lauren Prohaska had made, get this, 78 of her 80 free throw attempts on the season. Along the way, she became the standard to which all free throw shooters are measured. Tonight, we meet and greet this Falcon sharpshooter. Here's Howard Chen.
It's definitely not smart to follow Bowling Green's Lauren Prohaska, since it's pretty much a given she'll make you pay. Earlier this year, she had a free throw streak longer than any woman in NCAA Division I history.
I don't know, I guess I didn't really think about it, and then until everyone started coming up to me like, you've made this many in a row, you got to keep it up, you have to break the record.
She did that. 70 straight free throws made before it ended last week against Canisius. Scary thing is, these streaks have been almost routine for her throughout her life.
When I was younger, my dad would make me make 50 free throws before I could come inside, so I guess that's where it started.
So what's her record-setting technique?
I have my right toe on the nail in the middle of the line on the free throw line, bend the knees, just a slight bend, dribble it twice, and elbow in, and then high release and hold the follow through.
Okay, so time for me to shoot free throws the Prohaska way. Right foot right on the needle right there in the middle. Couple of dribbles. Should be good. Not really. Obviously, I'm no Lauren Prohaska.
I think it's just trying to block out as much as I can of the crowd noise and just shoot it like I always do.
Sounds easy. She makes it look easy. But Lauren Prohaska's all by herself at the top of the free throw charts.
Howie, you got to work on those free throws, though. That's the recap. I'm Joe Rychnovsky. As we leave you, we take one final look at the annual Polar Bear Plunge out in Waterville.
It's all you next year, Joe.
It is indeed. The guys and gals jumped into the Maumee River. They wanted me to come out, but I said, Chris, I'm no idiot.
I had to go out there.
You did. You did. I wanted to stay high and dry. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. Have a great evening, my friends. Woo, does that look cold?